When you understand your numbers, you can make some small changes to your business and make a huge difference to your bottom line profit. So this is how it works. So let's just say that whatever it is you're selling, that could be goods, it could be services, whatever. But let's just say that on average, people pay you $500, euros or pounds every time they buy from you. You've got 100 customers or clients and they buy on average 4 times a year. If that happened, you'd have a revenue of 200,000. It'll cost you a certain amount to produce each of these things that you sell. That's called your variable costs. So here it's 50%. So let's say that's 100,000, half the cost, half the revenue. And your gross profit would therefore be the other half, 100,000. But you'll have other overheads as well, things like rent, rates, possibly wages and salaries. So that's another 50% of your gross profit. So your operating profit here becomes 50,000. So let's just say that you put your prices up in this instance by 20% from 500 to 600. Now, apart from the fact that that's not that much above the rate of inflation currently, so actually, people aren't really going to bat too much of an eyelid perhaps, but most people are very worried about doing that because they think, well, if I put my prices up that much, I'm bound to lose some customers. So let's just say, okay, that's possibly true. May not happen, probably won't happen, but let's say it's probably true then. But you're not going to lose 20%. It's very unlikely that if you put your prices up 20%, you'd lose 20% of your customers or clients. So let's just say, let's assume then that we will lose some, and let's say we'll lose 10%, which is probably more. That's worst case scenario, I would think. But let's just say we lose 10% of the customers. So we're now charging 600 and we've only got 90 customers. However, we also decide that we're going to pay them more attention, communicate with them more frequently, make some special offers for them, maybe make some offers for people who are no longer buying from us. So that's called customer reactivation. And by doing that and by focusing on getting our customers to engage more frequently with us, we're actually going to get them to buy slightly more frequently on average. And we're going to get the frequency up from an average of 4 per customer to 4.4, an increase of 10%. So we've more or less undone the damage of the loss of customers, which may not happen anyway, by getting the ones that remain to buy more frequently. So now we're in a position where our revenue has actually gone up because of the increased price, and it's now 237,600 instead of 200,000. We'll still have some variable costs, but actually our variable costs will be slightly lower because what's happened is we've got 10% fewer customers. The ones we've got left are buying more frequently. So we're selling slightly less quantity than we were. So our variable costs fall slightly from 100,000 to 99,000. It's neither here nor there. Our gross profit, though, goes up from 100,000 to 138,600, even allowing for the fact we've lost 10% of our customers, which may or may not happen. Overheads won't have changed. Operating profit would in those instances then go from 50,000 to 88,600. So putting up our prices 20%, even allowing for the fact we could lose 10% of our customers, but just paying further attention or closer attention to our remaining customers, we've actually increased our bottom line profit by 77.2%. So although people are cautious about raising their prices, in most instances, you'd actually increase your profit by doing so, particularly if you haven't done it for many years, which is true of a lot of small business owners because, it's just never happened. So various strategies working together, if you understand the numbers and the way they work, you can actually make a big difference to your bottom line by just making some small improvements of that nature. If you wanted to see any more instructional videos, go to bernardkeevy.com. I hope you found that interesting today and useful, and I hope it's been thought-provoking for you. Thanks very much for watching.